I would like to provide an in-depth walkthrough of my amateur endurance Yamaha R1 build, with a strong emphasis on the word amateur. Basically to show what mods and prep I've made to compete in various amateur endurance races. Starting from the front end, one of the more common mods is the removal of the intake flap and solenoid, which are essentially useless on track. At the front, you'll also notice the sweet electroluminescently lit front number panel, which is wired directly to the front high beam power, so I can switch it on for night use only. My Cassini M7R wheels are tastefully paired with Brembo Supersport 5.5mm thick discs, and the icing on the cake are the Brembo Z04 brake pads. They last much longer than any other brake pad I've tested, and they cover the bike and my boots in this lovely chocolate dusting. The front axles are sporting a custom-made pull cup and Teflon guide. Anyone who owns an R1 will know how awful the stock master cylinder is, so this I've replaced with a basic Brembo PR18. To complete the front brake system, I've installed direct brake lines from Fren Turbo, simply because they have this cute brake line mascot with a comically long hose. Over winter, I decided to pull the engine and inspect the gearbox as I was looking for the origin of a metal shard, which happened to come from second gear in the end. The piece came from an area that is often bashed by the dog gear, so my personal opinion was that it was fine and I reassembled it all as is. I eliminated the secondary air system, the charcoal canister and the 2 radiator fans for weight reduction, pretty serious stuff. And of course, no endurance race bike would be complete without GB Racing engine protection covers. Moving further back, I've replaced the rear shock with the Mupor AB1 Evo factory, as the shock unit is another Achilles heel of the R1. I know it's not very racy, but I still run the original exhaust for a few important reasons. Firstly, noise regulations around Europe are only getting more stringent, and the stock exhaust ensures that I can run at any track, even at those with 95 dB limits. Secondly, replacing the complete exhaust system would trigger other modifications, like a new engine calibration and ECU to manage it, and I don't want to compromise engine reliability, plus it's plenty powerful for me. The endurance races I've competed in so far also don't require a belly pan, so long as you've still got the original bodywork, which is a sweet loophole I've been able to exploit so far. I'm sure in the future I will get a belly pan, as I do think it's important to make sure that liquids are caught if there is a leak. The regulations do, however, require that all oil sealing points are secured, so I've lock wired the oil fill port on the clutch cover and the oil drain plug. My magnetic drain plug didn't have a hole to lock wire, so I decided best to just drill one instead of replacing it. The oil filter is also secured by using a hose clamp with a hole in it, and then it's lock wired to the exhaust. The battery has been replaced with a lightweight Valium lithium battery. You'll also notice that the ABS module is still in the bike, despite not being hooked up anymore, as I'd need an emulator to replace it. Another pull cup and Teflon guide are mounted to the rear axle, with those sweet rear stand hooks for maximum endurance. The rear caliper bracket has been modified so that it's actually mounted to the swing arm via the axle block. This allows the rear caliper to stay in place during wheel changes. And then, to finish things off, I've replaced the stock quick shifter with a blipper unit from Translogic, as my model year 17 version didn't come with one as standard. And that pretty much concludes the walkthrough. I hope you enjoyed it.